An emergency aid package to fund Ukraine's defenses against the Russian invasion did not pass Wednesday. It was a 49-51 vote in the Senate, with all Republicans voting against it. GOP members have been demanding new border restrictions in exchange for their support for Ukraine funding. President Biden was asking for more than $100 billion, including about $60 billion for Ukraine. Before the vote, he said, quote, "History is going to judge harshly those who turn their backs on freedom's cause." The president made an appeal to lawmakers on both sides of the aisle Wednesday.
Frankly, I think it's stunning that we've gotten to this point in the first place. While Republicans in Congress are willing to give Putin the greatest gift he could hope for and abandon our global leadership, not just in Ukraine, but beyond that. We can't let Putin win. Say it again, we can't let Putin win.
For more, CBS News Chief White House correspondent Nancy Cordes joins me. Nancy, what's next?
Well, John, up until this point, you've had this bipartisan group of senators trying to hammer out some kind of deal. But tonight you've got Republicans in the Senate saying perhaps this needs to be kicked up to the next level. Perhaps what you need is the Republican leader in the Senate, Mitch McConnell, to negotiate directly with the President of the United States, because they say that the kind of changes that they're seeking can really only be signed off on by the President himself. The president himself, however, as you noted, is very angry about all of this. He basically accused Republicans today of taking Ukraine aid hostage and using it as leverage to try to get major border security changes. And he said while he's open to some changes when it comes to border security, that this Ukraine aid package needs to be passed now, because funding for Ukraine from the U.S. has all but run out. And the president has made this promise, not just to Ukraine, but our allies around the world, that this money is going to be coming, and coming soon.
And as you pointed out on Tuesday night, even if Biden and McConnell could cook up some kind of deal, it's not clear the House Republicans would support it. But leaving that aside for a moment, what kinds of immigration changes are Republicans actually looking for? What are the details here, to the extent they exist?
They are looking for sweeping changes to the asylum process, sweeping changes to the humanitarian parole process. Basically, these laws that have long been established that enable migrants who are seeking to come to the United States to apply to be let into the U.S. and often lead to them spending years in the U.S. as they await an adjudication. Democrats have called what Republicans are seeking extreme. They say they're willing to go part of the way, not nearly as far as Republicans want to go. And of course, Republicans have ruled out a number of things that Democrats are seeking when it comes to, for example, a path to citizenship or legalizing the Dreamer population.
Nancy Cordes at the White House for us. Thank you, Nancy.
You're welcome, John.